10:12 right here in the heart of the Riverbend on this pretty different Friday morning. The weather's a little weird right now, but we have some very important information to talk about. I was wondering what was going on there, Chairman Prenzler. Someone turned down my headphones. I couldn't hear myself.
Uh-oh.
All that matters is we're here now, and sir, thank you so much for giving us some of your time here on RiverBender.com.
Very good.
And Chairman Prenzler, starting off the bat here, the recent Madison County Board meeting, the issue of litter and debris was, brought up multiple times and multiple statements made. And I know that you have a newsletter. Can you take us through what you're seeing in terms of the commentary regarding the litter problem?
Well, first of all, I really respect those people who speak up and complain. And we had a gentleman there who was complaining about the litter problem, but he's also picked up 2,000 pounds of litter over the past year or two. And people, this is during the COVID time period. I think that IDOT had a tougher time picking up litter on the interstates, 270, 255. And we started to get some real complaints. And I will say that this year, IDOT has done a better job picking up litter on the interstates than we've seen. However, we're not in Madison County. We're going to continue to stay after this. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, and that's kind of that's a great point to segue into, because you guys really have taken these comments to heart, it seems like, in a lot of these cases. And really, I've noticed it too, that the litter has been going down. And, with that being said, I know that you guys have some programs for all of us to participate in, but I got to ask you, Chairman Prenzler, to hear that individual speak and not just kind of, state, his discretions, his kind of, objections to the litter problem, or, his distaste for it, hear how he, attempted to help this problem and pick up all this trash. That's got to be insightful for you guys too, to know that, the Madison County residents are willing to lend a hand.
Well, this is an issue that I encourage people to talk about, and everyone agrees, whether you are, everyone agrees, and they hate litter. Now, one of the challenges we have in Madison County is we have two major landfills, one in Madison at the southwestern part of our county, and one just east of Roxana, the Roxana landfill. And your listeners may be shocked to hear that there are 110 trucks that travel every day from Missouri to the Roxana landfill. And so one of the challenges is sometimes litter or trash falls off those trucks. That's 110 trucks a day, right, plus all the local garbage haulers that you have. And so there's a challenge to stay after these trucks and make sure that trash and litter do not fall off the trucks. Okay. Also, people litter. And so this is going to be an everyday issue. And at this time of year, it's most apparent, I should say even a couple of weeks ago, as winter ends, you see a lot of litter because the mowing has not started. But this is where IDOT took the opportunity to pick up a lot of litter. And we have been handing out litter pickup kits. And this is where your listeners can get a litter pickup kit for free at the Building and Zoning Department in Madison County. Okay.
Really cool.
And what you'll get is a yellow vest, a grabber or a litter picker upper. You'll get trash bags and you'll get gloves. Okay. Now, there are many people in the county who pick up litter on a regular basis, and they're kind of like saints. For example, I was in Collinsville getting ready for a horseradish festival 5K one morning on a Saturday morning, and I noticed a woman walking her Cocker Spaniel she was also carrying a bag with litter in it. And I said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And she said, "Oh, fine." She said, "Every day when I walk my dog, I pick up litter."
Wow.
And there was a woman who was in our office just the other day from Rosewood Heights. She picks up litter regularly. And so I just think that this is a great thing we can do. Every one of us can just be aware of litter and just pick it up. And so do call the county. If you have complaints, do not feel like you're being a nuisance. Please speak up. This is an issue that we want to continue to stay after. And frankly, we're going to have to pick up litter every day.
Right.
It's one of the things that's going to be a continuing issue. but everyone, we can make a difference. And that's what we gave out 3,000 of these litter pickup kits
Wow.
last year and the year before. So in 2021 and 2022, but then this year we've given away, I think, another 500. So these are popular, and whatever we can do, I know that different communities, municipalities have litter cleanup projects, but yeah, we just need to stay after this. It's one thing we can all agree on.
Well, and I completely agree. And you know, with that being said, you made a great point. I didn't realize it was 110, trucks coming in and out of the fills there. But someone made the comment or the point that they are tarped going in, but it's coming out too that I've noticed that some of the trucks that do leave those aren't tarped when they're leaving. Now, is that a requirement, or is that just something that is an something that happens?
They are not tarped when they leave, and the landfill is addressing this issue. We brought this up with them, and what they're doing is they're constructing a platform so that they can, as the trucks leave, they can look into the truck bed and they can see if it's clean or not. Because you're right, as trucks leave, if there is litter or trash left in the truck and it's untarped, the wind is going to take that out of the truck. And so this is something the landfill has agreed to do. They're going to build a platform so that they're going to hire one additional employee to examine the trucks as they leave the Roxana landfill to make sure that those beds are completely empty, so that the trash won't blow around and blow out. So I think that the landfill this year is doing a better job cleaning up at their entrance right there on 143, just between Roxana and between I would say Roxana, Wood River, and Edwardsville on the north end of the landfill. They hire crews, but we need to stay after it. And I welcome any comments from any citizens, complaints. Please call and let your voice be heard.
Well, and on top of that, that's what I think is really something neat about I hate to say neat about an issue, but what I like about this is that it doesn't matter what political affiliation. This is a bipartisan issue to clean up our roadways and to make our county look cleaner and look better and take care of our environment. So it's really cool to hear that. Now, in terms of the board members, have you gotten a lot of good feedback about the initiatives the county's taken?
I think some board members are more interested than others, so it's not uniform. But the one thing that's unique is the interstates are IDOT property, and to pick up litter on the side of an interstate, that's fast-moving traffic and dangerous. So IDOT is the only organization that can pick up litter on the interstate. But other people, you could pick up litter on a state highway, for example, on Route 3, both south of the Alton area, all the way south, north of 270, south of 270 route. This is not a restricted area, but we do sometimes see a lot of trash in the interstate areas, and that is restricted. Only IDOT can pick that up. In the same way, when you go over to Missouri, MoDOT is responsible for the interstates. Now, MoDOT does something that IDOT does not do, and MoDOT allows they allow communities to pay private companies to pick up litter along the interstates. I would like to see that allowed in Illinois, so that if IDOT was too busy doing what they do, repairing roads and maintaining roads and things, that communities could pay a third-party company who would be qualified and to do it in a safe manner and have employees that would not get hit by trucks and things like this, because we just need to stay after this.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I really think it's great that there is this newsletter that we can get the details, some of the business going on with the county and programs like this litter pickup program. Is there a way that we can sign up for those newsletters on the site?
Well, this is my own private newsletter.
Sorry.
No, it's not a county newsletter. It's my own newsletter.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Anyone could contact me personally, but it's not from the county. It's my own private newsletter. But I do have 3,400 subscribers.
Oh, good.
And so it's something I work on, and it's on a number of different issues. But this one I did was basically just to highlight this and just the idea of what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, I personally really, I have actually relatives in Germany, and I visited Germany, and so it's a clean place. People pick it up,
Right.
and it really bugs me to see litter around. But it doesn't bug everybody, but it bugs a lot of us. I
Well,
don't know what percentage of the population is really bothered by litter, but we need to stay after it.
well, we do, and it cleaning up, picking up litter, and honestly, just for all of us because I've seen quite a few folks that just decide let's roll down the window and let nature take over, and it's so disgusting to see it. And I'm so glad that we have folks in this county that want to make sure that our landscape looks beautiful, and we're picking up all of this trash and we're getting it taken care of and tackling this. And Chairman Prenzler, before I let you go on this matter, I was going to ask you, because we had a lot of feedback. There was a speaker that was, and I'm not going to say who it was, but someone that was insinuating that it could be from folks from different countries that were coming. I have the full quote here. Does the county agree with that stance?
I have not. That's the first time I've heard that. I think that I had not heard that before. I really think that the litter is pretty much, let's say on the interstates. I mean, yeah, you could be driving through, but it could be a person from Indiana or Missouri.
Right.
I think that I could get into the details. I think in my newsletter, I made a little joke about how picking up litter makes us all amateur archaeologists.
I saw
And
that.
yeah, and if you were to come back, if you were to come back and look at the litter, you would think, picking up litter, you would think that most Americans in 2023, that they were consuming from cans, they were consuming Busch beer and White Claw hard seltzer, and then they were consuming water. They were consuming water and these vodka shooters from plastic. This is what you really find along the side of the road. You find these vodka, 1 pint plastic vodka bottles. They're not bottles, they're just plastic. And then those, oftentimes when you're at the gas station and you see those little shooters, whatever they're called, well, those end up on the side of the road. I think that people, they down those shooters with vodka and they toss them. But no, it's a little comical when you pick up litter to see what people throw out. But so it's kind of an education. So if you have that kind of sense of humor, you can go out there and pick up litter and see what Americans throw out of their cars.
Without a doubt. And Chairman Prenzler, I really appreciate you giving us 15 minutes of your time and speaking to us about this issue. And it's something I like you, think that we can all kind of lend a hand to and make sure that we're doing the best we can. And one last time, where can we pick up those litter kits?
I don't have a phone number with me, unfortunately. I have a cold today and I'm at home. I don't have that phone number, but it's the Building and Zoning Department at the county.
Okay. And
Building and Zoning Department.
I really appreciate you calling in with you not feeling too well either. That's really cool. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you.
At 10:26, we'll take a quick break. Our daily show rolls on right after this in the heart of the Riverbend.